And we are ready to roll. All right, it is 6 o'clock. I will call the Dalton Township Planning Commission meeting for July 29th to order. First up is roll call. Dave, I'm here. Casey?
Here.
Jesse?
Here.
Todd is excused. Lee is excused. John? Here. And Mark. Anything for the agenda tonight to add to it, or are we set to roll with that? Okay.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We will move on to the approval of the minutes for the June 24th, 2025 meeting. For the minutes from the June 24th, 2025 meeting.
Support.
We have a motion and support. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. We are now moving on to public comment. We have an item tonight up for public hearing, which is also that we'll open up public hearing for that. We'll have everyone a chance to speak on that behalf. If you are here for any other thing tonight that you would like to speak on, this is your opportunity. You can get 3 minutes. If you would just give us a name and again, address. So Steve, you're gonna have it in the record. And I will go ahead and open that up at 6:02. Get public very often, so if there's anything you'd like to say, otherwise. We will close the public hearing at 6:03. Right, next up, we have item for public hearing. We have PC 25-09 at 4786 Holton Road. There is a special land use and a site plan review from the driveway. Let's see, we have Russell. All right, so you are here.
Yes.
Generally, what we'll do is before we open up the public hearing, give you a chance to kind of explain what it is you're looking to do.
Sure. You prefer to use the podium?
Whatever you know works
I
for
know
you.
it's respectful, so I'll jump.
No, you're fine.
So yeah, we're just looking to do a driving range out at the 4786 Holt Road. I've been cleaning up the property and about 2 years ago, you guys probably know where the driveway grass and the Douglas location. It's pretty simple one. I had a small storage building, 36 by 36 with including a lean-to on there just for storage of equipment, driving range, golf cart, mower, and then also overhang will be for like a golf ball dispenser and stuff. So it's pretty simple. Want to put up netting along the side, the back about 400 feet to protect that. But that netting will be 30 to 35 feet tall. It's golf ball netting. It's not a chain link fence or anything, just to catch any stray balls or things that might go. And then behind that, a shorter fence kind of taper it down to minimum 4 feet, but maybe more if I'm finding that some of the golf balls are getting past that. Michael's drawn up the site plan for me. I think what I might be forgetting, pretty basic, just as it's the golf ball driving range. Do some really nice landscaping. You can see that in the site plan. I really want to make it look nice in there. I think it'll be a nice improvement to Holton Road. Sorry, a lot of you guys may or may not have noticed, but a lot of garbage that was out on the site that cleaned up. Just looking for you guys to review it and hopefully approve the plan.
Very good. All right, well, thank you so much. We'll have you take a seat. We'll get another public hearing, and we may, after we're done with the public hearing, we may open it up again so you have an opportunity to.
All right, I understand it. Just one thing that's really important. Can I have a moment?
Sure.
Okay, Michael Bell, Eco Architects. Sorry, I didn't see it. It's an issue. Just one of the things that, because the way the project cited, has taken efforts to make sure the neighbors are screened from this, there's a privacy fence on sides and a setback side yard and so on. So I just want I didn't want to see her from a community. I know he's taking extra efforts to make sure that the neighbors are screened. So they can't, and it's a privacy fence, solid fence, with landscaping, and there's a lot of trees around the property, so it's a really good sign for that.
All right.
And also, you want me to-
I appreciate
Okay,
that.
just, I want to make that's important, I think.
All right, well, thank you so much for that. All right, I will go ahead and open up the public hearing at 6:05. Again, same thing goes for this. If you would like to make a comment, stand up, give us your name and your address. Have that for the record. I'm going to open that at 6:05. It's not speech class like in,
You're like, come up there, it's like one,
that's fine. Yep,
Okay.
yep.
so. I'm Melanie Knapp, I'm with the Muskegon Conservation District, I'm right across the street.
Okay.
So I guess the only thing I want to say is with any of your plans and what you're thinking, if you wanted to reach out with us and partner and go more native than like traditional grasses and things that have to be
Sure.
mowed, that would be great.
Yep.
I mean, I'm all for it, more traffic, that's better, but just wanted to offer that up.
I'm sorry, what'd you say your name was again?
Melanie?
We have a landscape company too that we like to work.
Okay,
with.
great.
He's the boss.
Okay,
They're just like-
but yeah, we're not landscapers,
Okay.
we do native, but
Native.
just
Yeah.
since we're across the street and that's
Yeah,
more what we're
Appreciate that.
about is that conservation effort to, if there was a way we could partner together.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Anyone else like to speak? All right, I will go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:07. We will have our board discussion. And again, if we have any questions, we will direct, but if you have anyone that wants to ask a question at this point, we have closed comments. If you can ask a question, if you raise your hand, we'll try to be respectful through this, but again, this is normally the part where the board catches through this whole layer. One of the questions from here, and also I'll ask you on that. There was a question about water supply for something. If Stephen, is that one dealt with?
You did discuss.
Yeah, we discussed that. Is there a method that you thought would work best?
Well, there's a couple. I'm definitely willing to do some kind of fresh water supply, whether it's a cooler. Long term, I do plan to put a well in. There's an existing well that I need to have somebody come in, well driller come in and test it, and then go through the proper procedures to see if it's good water or if it even pumps or works. But so there's an existing well that I'm not sure about right now.
Okay.
Long term, I'm trying to do this in a financially responsible way. So I'm holding off on drilling a well and putting in a septic. Short term, long term, I want to put a well in and continue to establish it. To meet the immediate need, I'm definitely willing to put a cooler of cold water out there.
And there was some question for the board on the hours of operation. Stephen had in there listed that typically it is 7 to
And
between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. And you're asking for 6 a.m. to 11:30.
What? That's just the noise ordinance. That's just making noise. It's not, am I correct? You're talking about noise ordinance, right, Steve?
Yeah, so that is noise making.
Correct.
So you kind of have to weigh the potential for noise to be made outside of those hours. So if you're fairly confident that it's going to be quiet, then you're justified in making that allowance. But if you feel there's going to be a lot of noise during those hours, then you might want to scale it back.
The only noise I could possibly think of was the machine that collects the golf balls. And I didn't even know if that would be noise at all. I could not think of any other noise that hitting a golf ball would make, but
Usually it's what happens after you hit the golf hole, the noise comes in. That's a whole nother
Is that
story.
swearing or something like that? I just
control that one.
I just felt like any other business might be, I mean, Meyer has to be way louder than all the people in the parking lot in their cars. But that's just what I was thinking.
I mean, that's why I say if it's a self-serve kind of thing where you put the buckets in and the balls come out, then you go and hit the buck, you know, if there's really not anything else.
Yeah, I
that
didn't
would
think
be-
so.
Any concerns with that? 6 to 11:30?
No, I would just try to follow the noise ordinance though. If you think you're gonna do something loud after 10, maybe try to do it in the morning instead. I don't know.
I'm definitely not looking to make enemies, so I'll keep in touch with, especially the Duns on the south side. And make sure we're not-
Screening helps a lot. That's, I mean, if you have that, that's probably gonna take care of a lot of that.
So the parking lot setback, is it supposed to be, so parking lots can't be in the setback, and am I reading that the setback in that area is 40 feet?
Correct.
Okay,
It is also an existing parking lot. They
Sure.
hope to reuse.
It was easy to get in and out of. I mean, really I didn't see any danger
no,
with that. I mean, it was,
it's, even when you're pulled right up, like, to the edge of the front of the parking lot, you're nowhere near where people would be pulling out, like, your vision is not blocked in the least. Why can't you have a parking lot in your front yard in a commercial district? Isn't that where most parking lots are in commercial districts, in front?
Yes, the front yard setback, the idea when they put in the access management overlay was to create more of a green belt or buffer zone between improvements and the highway. And it's a 50-foot right of way at this location versus a 30.
Correct, yeah. Because it's a state highway.
Yeah, which in other places on M120 M120, it is a 33-foot right of way.
Hmm.
So this is, there's, aside from the fact that it's existing, there's also that, you could factor that into justifying a reduced setback.
Why we shouldn't be. It's an existing parking lot. Why should we make it jump through hoops and make it different? That doesn't make any sense to make it different than what it is. Especially if there's other, especially if there's other parking lots, and I've seen them up and down the road that are just as close. I don't think we're getting in trouble with the state.
that's it. If it was a new build, it's a whole different
Right.
game. Taking what's existing seems to make sense.
Right. It's a non-issue.
Anyone have any other questions or?
Great, trying to do something.
Like the new guy? Read the same motion.
It's like every now and then.
Initiation, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you sample? Might read all that. Been working in the hot heat all day.
Now, you can read it. Everything else in it. Okay.
Looks good to me. I make a motion to approve a special land use permit and site plan review for the golf driving range, which is determined to be a public park under the Dalton Township zoning ordinance at 4786 Holton Road as proposed. Further move that the requirements of section 4.37 B1C be modified to allow for a 35-foot tall netting to be installed for the purpose of catching stray balls, golf balls, as proposed by the applicant. And I further move that the requirements of section 4.46 F1AI be modified to allow for a parking area.
That'd be 5.
Is that 5 feet?
Yes.
5 feet from the line in order to reuse the reuse of the existing parking area.
Support. Motion and support. We will do a roll call vote. Katie, yes. Casey?
Yes.
Jesse?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Mark?
Yes.
All right. That gets that on to the board. Congratulations. When you see us, you're gonna not say that, so. Next up, we have some communications, zoning report. June of 2025.
I had questions about that. Because, and you knew I would, right?
Yes.
Because it says we don't have to abstain if we miss a meeting.
Yes.
So we can just read through the minutes and make corrections and vote on it like normal. What does that mean for when you miss a public hearing? Are we right on that or are we wrong on that, where we can't then vote at future meetings?
It's the same, where you can't, if you miss the public hearing, because the case has already begun.
Okay,
It's just the minutes are a separate function
okay.
where,
So this does not have anything to do with public hearing. It's still, if we miss it, we abstain from that.
correct.
Okay,
Minutes, you can still vote on them, even if you weren't present. I was curious, so I looked into it and, just thought I'd pass it along. If you want to vote,
You know, it made
that's
this,
fine. If you want to abstain, that's also fine.
okay.
It's, your call as a commissioner as to what you feel is best. But I just want you guys to be informed that, at least Robert's Rules of Order says that you can.
Okay.
is that anything that we need to ever vote on if they come out with a new revised Robert's Rules of, we're now in the 12th edition? We don't have to keep,
We loosely follow Robert's Rules of Order. We don't really have an established system. But Robert's Rules is generally the gold standard that people refer to if they have a question about proceedings.
it's not anything legally down the road, they know. They use 11, but now it's 12.
We're not gonna invalidate our approval of meeting minutes because someone abstained or didn't abstain.
So moving forward, if someone misses a meeting, the next time we open for motion, you can approve. You don't have to just sit there, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
You have to abstain if you'd like.
Yes, and abstain. All right, that takes us through communications. There is no unfinished business. We have no new business, and that leads us up to
I make a motion to adjourn.
support. Everyone's favorite motion. We have a motion and support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, we will close the meeting today at 6:19. Thanks again.
Thank you.
That's what everybody uses it for in the winter time.